this video, we'll see how to upload a document directly via the web chat of a Botpress chatbot and add the information to a table. If I give you the demo, it looks like this. First, we have a text file that we want to add to the bot in a table, for example. Okay, if I wake up the bot and I click on upload a document, like this, a file selection window opens and we choose our document. We give the bot the time to process the information, and here is the content of the document, and we can ask a question. And we'll see that the bot can answer from the content of this document. Okay, let's build it. First of all, we need to create a node upstream from our main node. Okay, I will add simple single choice, like upload file. Okay, and this will lead to a node text card. You can choose a file. Okay, we're really going to create something very simple. The aim is to detect when a specific message is sent. So when we've detected this message coming from the bot, so you can choose a file, we'll perform a resource special action via the JavaScript of our web page. We'll create a file type input directly in JavaScript, and we'll simulate the click, which will open a window to select the file. Then we'll do the processing to retrieve the text, and finally we'll send a payload to our bot. So to retrieve the payload, I will create a custom trigger, and after that, this custom trigger will be called when we send information from our page in JavaScript. We can have a look at the documentation that is very helpful. So that's basically that. Okay, now that we have created our bot, we'll go to the VS Code to write our JavaScript code. I will, copy those 2 lines and I have created a simple HTML page in which I will integrate my bot. Then I will use the Botpress web chat.onEvent, this one. Okay. And we will trigger when our specific message is sent by the bot. So this code detects when the bot sends a message. So what I'm going to do next isn't very optimal, in the sense that anyone can change it by going to the inspector, but it's got the merit of working well. I'm going to look at each message received to see if it corresponds exactly to the message text in the node in which I want to trigger file selection. So in my case, you can choose a file. So the only thing I have to do in my code is, if event dot value the payload text equals my message. Yeah, one thing, you need to make sure you don't send the same message twice in the workflow, but this shouldn't be the case. Now in this if, we can create the input of type file and add a listener. Okay. Okay, file input dot type equals file, and then we'll add a listener. File input dot add event listener. Okay, we'll keep this, but not all of this. Just okay. And be careful because that's not the right type. It's a trigger type, but it's to send payload. You can check the doc. Yeah, this one, send payload type text. So here it's a type of trigger, and thanks to this payload, we will trigger this node, and then we will process the information the bot received. Okay. So here we use the file reader object in order to read the content of our document. And here it is read as text. Okay. Okay, that's better. I will commit that. And go to my page. I reload my page. This should be here. Okay. And I didn't finish my bot. So we'll add a code card in order to store what we retrieved. So this will be event.payload.content, I guess. And here name, file name. Okay. I will just check that. Title and content. Okay. I will create those variables. Okay. And file content. Then I will create a table with a column for the name and one for the content. Nice, and just add this table as a database. Okay, great. And if we receive information, we can display what we receive and add the information, to our table. Okay, great. And then I can just add a node with a raw input. No, just ask to the user if he wants to ask a question based on the document he just uploaded. Okay, I published this bot. Okay, that's it. If I reload this page, I can test it. Upload a file. This will open. Okay, I missed something because I have to obviously just click virtually, yeah, on the file input. So we'll see that if will work better. Okay, if I reload the page, okay, this time it works. It triggers the this message. Okay, and then yeah, our custom trigger works well. We have the title and the content, and we can ask a question. And it works well. So this is a basic use of this, but that can be really helpful. I didn't realize something for PDF, but you can use a custom library in JavaScript to handle the read of the content of a PDF. If you want to upload an image, you can, but that's difficult to store it in the table, because if you want to keep the quality of your image as high as possible, it won't be possible to save the data URL in the table, as it will be far too heavy. You can only display it directly in an image map and save the URL in a variable, for example. On the other hand, if you really compress your image beforehand, it will be possible to save the image in a table as a data URL and use it later. In fact, the data URL must be less than 4 kilobytes in size, so the quality of the image will inevitably be degraded or the size greatly reduced. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comments or in the Discord.